Login complete. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Hello all and welcome to Alyx's world, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host Alyx, just Alyx, and this is my AEW Dynamite review for the homecoming edition. I believe we are 5 years. The 5-year homecoming of when AEW became a thing. 5 years ago, 2019, was when the world was introduced to WWE's competitor, the newest competitor, All Elite Wrestling. And the business has been better since. But unfortunately, on this homecoming edition, we will not just be talking about the episode. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to me as a content creator, someone that comes up here and talks about wrestling, one thing I pride myself on is that I give it to you raw. Pause. I give it to you unfiltered. I am the genuine article. Now, although I might be turning this up 100%, what you get on camera is who I am in real life. There is no gimmick. It's just how I feel about professional wrestling. And so, I'm always coming from a place. Please know this. I don't even think I have to say it, but please know it if you don't see it. I come from the place of I want everybody to do good. I want all businesses. I want all matches. I want all wrestling fans to get their worth. Because when AEW does well, the business does well. Because it makes WWE do well. It makes them put their best foot forward, and vice versa. It is good for two wrestling promotions to be vying for that top spot at all times. And so when one is lacking, is slacking, is complacent, is not giving you what I feel is their best effort, it is my job to call it out. And so what we had this past week when it comes to AEW is another example of the people in charge of this company, a company that by all means should be giving WWE all kinds of hell, should be competing in multiple ways at the same level, if not more than World Wrestling Entertainment. But what ends up happening more times than not is that the people in charge, the leaders of this promotion, end up making the promotion, the company, look bad. Whether it's backstage fights, whether it's drama inside and outside, or whether it's the owner making stupid tweets. So here's my issue. I am someone that likes to keep it focused on the product, that likes to keep it focused on the wrestling, because I feel like that's what you come here for. You want my thoughts on what we see on TV. But a lot of times, what ends up happening with me is that I get involved in things, whether it's my fault or not, outside of what happens in the product, that force me to process certain issues or certain feelings on camera. Because, let's be real, guys, I don't have a lot of places to talk about wrestling. Yes, I have people that I can talk about wrestling with, but most of the time where I'm discussing professional wrestling is right here on camera, in front of you lovely fans, watching me here. And I have a lot of shit I have to get off my chest. I am not going to be able to let this go, to move on, to process it, unless I talk about it. You guys know about Tony Khan's tweets earlier this week. I did a video on it. I'm not going to go over necessarily what he said, how I feel about it. Just go watch the video. What I am going to talk about is a response I had to those tweets, because that response is the focus of this portion of the live broadcast. So as you guys know, Tony Khan went on a Twitter rant had a meltdown of sorts, talking about how Hook was 28-1, and yet WWE is giving Jinder Mahal a world title match on Monday Night Raw. How dare they? Disgusting move. And they call themselves the top promotion in wrestling, right? And so, when I saw this, everybody, and I mean everybody and their mamas, was giving Tony hell. Eric Bischoff called him a clown. Everyone was saying, this is the owner of AEW. Why are you running the show? This is why AEW is not doing so well. But not me. Not me. I want it to be constructive. I want it to be the kind of person that wants to bring levity, level-headedness to the situation. And so in response to Tony Khan's tweet, here's what I said. Can we just focus on AEW? Can we focus on things like rebuilding the tag team division, giving more TV time to the women, getting Swerve Strickland and Konosuke Takeshita their title shots, more high-quality action and storylines, building new stars? Instead of talking about Jinder Mahal, why don't we make all of these the focus? Why are you using your platform to discuss a WWE wrestler? I felt like that was a very level-headed response. Oh, silly me. You know what I got back from this? Oh, the comments I got back. People saying, can't we just have fun? It was just a tweet anyways. Just a tweet. No, it's not just a tweet. It's a tweet coming from the owner of AEW acting like an immature wrestling fan. He can do whatever he wants, but there are consequences to his actions. There are certain things that Tony Khan in his position should not be doing. This tweet was one of them. Why are you giving your platform, using your time and your platform to discuss a WWE wrestler and not the talent that you have on Dynamite tonight? Collision on Saturday. Why don't you use that time to help build interest back into your roster? A show that's struggling to sell tickets right now. The buzz is practically gone. The bloom is off the rose. You now have to do certain things to get people to care. So instead of focusing on what WWE is doing and throwing stones from a glass house, let's focus on what we have here. And I had people all over telling me, oh, you're just a stick in the mud. And then I had people telling me, Alyx, it's clear to me you don't watch AEW. Excuse me? Excuse me. I don't watch AEW. Why? Because I would dare criticize it? Logical, constructive criticism. If I have anything negative to say about AEW, it's only because you don't watch it. You know, I owe the WWE faithful an apology because a year ago or so, when I was ranting on WWE and praising AEW to all hell, I just figured this is just a thing with the WWE fans. The WWE fans are the people that can't take criticism. Anytime I knock their product, they're the first ones to complain and cry, oh, well, you're just an AEW fanboy. You don't appreciate WWE. But now that the script has flipped and I'm praising WWE more and criticizing AEW more, I'm seeing the same from the AEW wrestling fans. Not all of them, but a lot more than I thought I would. So it's come to my conclusion that the community as a whole is just toxic as hell. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there was a side of me that just thought, you know what, Alyx? Maybe you should stop listening to the comments. You should stop paying attention to the comments. Because it doesn't matter what you say. Look at what I said. Did I say anything harmful, hurtful, insulting? All I was saying was take the focus off of WWE and keep it mainly on AEW because you need it right now on that focus. Now let's take a look at what I criticized them for. Rebuilding the tag team division. What have they done tonight that was focused on rebuilding the tag team division. There were tag team matches. Sure. A lot of 4-man matches, 8-man matches, a tag match in the main event. But what about the tag team division? Last week we had Private Party make a return. They were nowhere on the show. The Young Bucks came out tonight, but that was building to a match between Sting and Darby Allin, probably for the main event of Revolution. What does that have to do with the tag team division? What was FTR? Where was the House of Black? Where were the Hardy Boys? The last time you saw Matt Hardy was at the beginning of this stream. If you don't watch Rampage. The Lucha Bros. Well, apparently Phoenix is injured, but isn't Pentagon doing a tag team with Commander or El Hijo? Speaking of tag teams, what about the 6-man division? The only thing that we got from that was the Acclaimed and, of course, Guns Up, Bullet Club Gold. But it feels like the tag teams as a division is barren. It's just randomness. So I feel like that's a legit criticism, rebuilding your tag team divisions. More TV time for the women. Every week, it hasn't been changing all that much, except for one night, I think it was like weeks ago, the women have only been getting maybe 15 minutes to show. And tonight was no different. There were more women. It was 8 women in one match. But it was barely 15 minutes. It was like, what? Maybe 13? And maybe some promos. But overall, less than 20 minutes of TV time for the women. And that includes a Toni Storm promo. And I believe a Deonna Purrazzo promo. That's unacceptable. For as big of a roster as you have when it comes to the women's division, you're going to get Mercedes Moné. And apparently, based off of what Sean Ross Sapp is telling you, that is going to happen. She's coming. And you're only giving the women 20 minutes a show. That's not good. When is Konosuke Takeshita going to get his title shot? Apparently, Swerve is now involved in the program. Thank you for getting that one right. It's looking like Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Page versus Samoa Joe. Sweet. More high-quality action. That doesn't seem to be an issue with them. Action's there. Storylines, needs a lot of work. Not just the storylines, but the storytelling. What storylines do we have going on right now? Apparently, the only one we got is the one with Adam Cole, Bebe, and the Undisputed Kingdom. I almost said United Kingdom. The Undisputed Kingdom. And of course, the most important one, building new stars. We got Hook about to take on Samoa Joe. What are you going to do in that match to make him feel like a main event player? Because I will say this right now, Hook just having a 28-1 record, that ain't going to do it. He rarely gets TV time. You haven't done much with his character in terms of making people invest in him ever since he debuted that one streak of wins that one time where he was the most over guy. One of the most over talents you had years ago, yeah, that's died down because you haven't done anything with him. And so now you go all this time not really capitalizing on his momentum, letting it die out, and then all of a sudden you give him a title shot. I don't call that building new stars. And by the way, Hook is facing Samoa Joe next week. But okay, what are we going to do with this match with Hook and Samoa Joe? Are you just going to have him go in there and lose to Joe? That's not going to build a star. Instead of talking about Jinder Mahal, why aren't you using that time to put over Hook a little bit more? Don't associate him with Jinder Mahal. Do what you do best and use your platform to tell the world why Hook is a legit competitor to Samoa Joe, and don't give me the whole, well, if you look at the statistics, where's the story? So honestly, the more I talk about this, my criticism was proven right tonight. I'm not trying to be an AEW hater. What ends up happening a lot of the times is that I see a problem, and then I try to be constructive and be the moderate middle ground, but then we get these assholes that try to push me, and so now, alright, I'm done being nice. When it comes to tonight's show, was the action good? Yes. And by the way, Rest in peace to Brodie Lee. I appreciate the 8-man, 8-women tag matches to contribute to him, to debut to him. But when it comes to the overall storytelling and getting me invested in an overall direction of AEW, there wasn't a lot of that tonight. The only thing we got was, I don't know, the Young Bucks versus Sting and Darby Allin for Revolution, and then maybe, and I'm assuming, Hangman Page, Swerve, and Samoa Joe. And then, of course, Hook and Samoa Joe. My criticisms stand. I'm not someone that's trying to give you BS, that's trying to blow smoke up your ass. I literally come from a place from, hey, I want this product to get better. I want this product to be its best self. Put your best foot forward. More tag teams. Don't get mad at me. You're the one that's using your platform to look like an idiot and talk about Jinder Mahal. And I'm trying to be the guy that's trying to bring some levity to the situation. But if you're going to criticize me, if I'm going to catch heat, then guess what I'm going to do? You put my back against the wall, I'm going to come out swinging. Unlike these other weak-minded, soulless, jerks, faceless Twitter accounts who want to use my post for engagements, if you go on Twitter right now, you'll see people with the snapshot of that tweet and they're talking about, you don't watch AEW, and those replies are getting hundreds, thousands of likes. The engagements are crazy. You want to know why the engagements are crazy? Because your boy is popping. You put my name on your tweet, it goes viral. That's where we are right now with Just Alyx. And it pisses me off that we just can't have a conversation no more. We no longer can just come up here and express our opinions. No matter if it comes from a place of bad faith or a place of good faith. Just like WWE was, and just like all the other companies before it, even TNA, if you say anything negative, whether it's constructive or not, you're instantly deemed the villain. Well, I guess I am the biggest villain you'll ever meet now. I guess long gone are the days where Just Alyx was the AEW fanboy. I guess I'm now AEW's worst nightmare. If this is what I have to be, if I had to be the biggest critic so AEW can start putting its best foot forward and so the business as a whole can continue improving and getting better, then that's what I'm going to have to do. I hate the fact that we reached this point with AEW. I would have loved to have been the guy to praise both shows because WWE is doing great right now. Despite people giving me crap for saying Rock and Roman should be at WrestleMania, I still enjoy talking about WWE. I was hoping I can do that with AEW too. But week after week after week, I keep getting crap. And every single time they give us a reason to not say good things about them, you start to wonder, is AEW cut out for this? Are the people running the show cut out for this? Because more and more, AEW is starting to feel like TNA. Because I remember when TNA had this position. I've been here long enough to know what it was like when TNA was the second biggest company in comparison to WWE. I remember that. And all the mistakes they were making, AEW is making those similar mistakes. Maybe not to the degree, but I'm seeing the signs. And if they don't change it, if they don't improve now, make the necessary changes now, instead of coming at me for trying to be constructive, get mad at Tony, get mad at the booking, get mad at the people writing and creating and putting the show on air for not giving you the best product. And so let me just say this before we get into the review. I still love AEW. More than ever, that should be seen. I hope you realize that this is passion from a fan that wants the best for Samoa Joe, that wants the best for a Hook, for a Swerve Strickland, for a Hangman Page, for the women, for the tag teams, for all of you watching. And I'm going to give hell to the people who are getting in the way. My tweet to Tony Khan was not to make him look bad. It wasn't to make him feel like inferior to Triple H or Nick Khan or anyone else. It was, Tony, focus on the prize. Don't be acting like the trolls and the idiots on Twitter. You need to be above that. Okay, you can take a look at WWE and go, see, Jinder Mahal getting a title shot against Seth Rollins. You can sit here all day and say that doesn't make any sense. And you might have some point saying that. So instead of acting like a troll and tweeting about it and giving more publicity and attention to it, use your platform to show us how it's done. You feel like Hook versus Samoa Joe is a better match than Jinder Mahal versus Seth Rollins? You know what? On paper, it should be. What are you doing to show that? Where's the story? Where is the interest? From what I got, you just had Hook go out there and get face-to-face with Samoa Joe and say next week. That's all you got? I'm pretty sure that was great enough for the people watching regularly. But what about expanding your audience? And who here? This is the crazy thing about it. I love that people like to compare this to Jinder Mahal and Seth Rollins. We all know that Seth Rollins is going to beat Jinder Mahal. Foregone conclusion. Who here believes that Hook can beat Samoa Joe? Don't worry, I'll wait. If we're doing a match where I already know that Hook is going to lose, it doesn't really build interest. So instead of getting mad at me for pointing out the truth, why don't you do your job and make the shows more interesting? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys for joining me for this stream. We have over 100 people watching me. Ain't it funny that when I start ranting, more people show up? Maybe I should just do more rants on AEW. Maybe the engagement will go up for me. Don't worry, we got a lot more to talk about. Sit tight. We're going to do sponsorships. We're going to pay the bills, do the shout-outs, and we're going to review the show. But I'm tired, man. I'm tired for catching strays, for trying to be constructive, for wanting the best for AEW. If I wanted to do this for clicks, then you already know there would be rants every single time. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click the bell to catch all my content when it comes out. While you're ready to help expand the brand by doing the following things: join the membership, click that join button, and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks, hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can also. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Just Alex Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo, Threads. The Discord is open. And give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalexisworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get your No School Deluxe Man t-shirt, get your New School Alex's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. My America, the remix t-shirt made by Itch, J Knox, and Firestar Hart. All this down below in the description box. Ladies and gentlemen, today's sponsor. Don't know what happened to the t-shirt there, but it's back. Today's sponsor is SeatGeek. Now, around this time, football is a poppin'. We also got concerts from Nicki Minaj and many other people. Even wrestling events. Events like Royal Rumble. Events like WrestleMania. Revolution, where Sting is going to have his final match. If you're someone that's planning on going to any of those events, may I suggest you get your tickets from SeatGeek, and here's why. Because if you buy your tickets off SeatGeek, you can use my promo code JustAlex to get $20 off any of your ticket purchases. That's right. Just Alex, $20 off any ticket purchases. I can get you the hookup. Holla if you hear me. By showing you this sponsorship. And then, of course, afterwards, we'll get to some shoutouts. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the event. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlex, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JustAlex. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. You all are such a great audience. Thank you so much for joining me for this stream. Please show some love to the moderators: Ultra, Sean Nice, Firestar Hart, Elias, Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything, and Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. By the way, the Discord, ladies and gentlemen, is open. The Discord is here. Be sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you take a look at the Discord. We got a live, by the way, it looks like we have ourselves a troll in the live chat. Thank y'all for taking care of that. I apologize. But it is what it is. It ain't funny. I try to be constructive, and all that does is invite the trolls out. Point taken. Exhibit A. Toxic, man. It's a toxic community. But I appreciate Big MGM. Thank you so much, sir. But once again, the Discord, if you want to continue the conversation and chat with the moderators, go to the Discord. There are fans right there, right now, 24 hours, looking to chat some wrestling. So if you're looking for a space to just talk wrestling, guys, just come in and you just want to talk, you don't want to worry about anything, then yes, ladies and gentlemen, please check out the Discord. It's a great bunch. We're very friendly. I might not be there all the time, but we always have someone there to talk wrestling. Please be sure to hit the like button. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. You know how this works, so help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. Let me see who's in here. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this live stream. It's always good to have a crowd for AEW streams. Unfortunately, I always get them when I'm ranting and not talking positive, but thank you to the following. Brad 2024. Not 2014, my bad. Brandon James, Juan Orozco, World Order, Darcy Chatham, Nate Klein, Dylan, Highway Dylan Danger. Dylan Danger. I also see JJ, who let the dogs out? Mr. JJ Bulldog, Nellanelle, Joseph Winters, Peter Jitter. I don't like that one. Peter Jitter. Peter Jitter. I don't know. Let me see. I gotta play around with it. We'll get something, Peter. Let me try again next time. FG204, Mr. Sean Swaby. Baby! No Mercedes tonight. Nope. She didn't show up. She didn't show up. If she shows up, we'll know. Because she'll have shown up. Danny Leeds. Danny leaves into his house. Let's see here. Alyx, you need to correct the name of Oba Femi. Oh, Lord. Alright, let me go ahead and tell our boy it's J-Nox that he needs to fix it. I'm gonna send it to him real quickly. I'm gonna be like, fans are saying you misspelled Oba Femi on the cover. It should, you said OB Femi. Can you fix it? Yeah, see, I didn't. The reason why I'm not able to pick this out is because I don't watch NXT. But I told him about it. He's going to get that fixed. If he'll probably get it fixed during the stream. So we'll see how that works. Where was I? Let's do a couple more. I think I just saw Anthony White, right? Oh, yeah. Mr. Anthony White. I think I also see Ninja Slayer. That's a new one. Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Ninja Slayer. I'm not too sure. It's hard to pick out what gender you are. Don't hinder the gender! Stephen Brom, Shadow Star. And the last one's gonna go to... Who should the last one go to? There's a lot of people in here. Okay. Monaco 42. Alright, look, guys, if I don't say your name, please don't be offended. It ain't because I hate you. I do want to go ahead and get to this review. I literally spent the first 30 minutes ranting on fucking fans giving me a hard time on social media. But thank y'all so much for allowing me to have that space to process my feelings. I feel better now. It really does bother me that there are people on social media who can use my name, Just Alyx, to get engagement. And it's not even like big followers. It's like people with like 300, 400, 500 followers on Twitter. They have no tweets that get any kind of likes. The moment they put up a post with my name on it, 1,000 likes. Engagement is through the roof. But that goes to show you who's a hot topic on Twitter right now. If your posts go viral because my name's in it, you're welcome. I get 50% of all your checks. What did Andrew Tate say? Andrew Tate said, I want 80% of all my women's checks. He's an asshole. But you know what? I'm going to start doing that to people who use my name and get paid by Elon Musk to use my tweets for engagement. I want 80% of all your tweets revenue, bitches. Dynamite. AEW Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. They were in the place that's known for AEW, Daly's Place, Jacksonville, Florida. Sold out crowd. Wasn't a lot to sell out because only like 2,000 seats. But, packed house. Crowd was hot. You love to see it. They opened up with Hangman Page versus Claudio Castagnoli. Why? Because why not? Once again, who cares about stories? Who cares about building to matches? Who cares about just making things matter? We're just going to give you a match. Now, the match was great. I had no issues with the match. I think the match did its job in terms of getting you excited and getting you into AEW. But the problem is, if I'm a fan just turning on AEW for the first time and I saw that match, I went, why did those two just have a match? What are we doing here? What's the whole purpose of this? Who is this building to? Where is this building to? Did we see these two get into a ring and then ask to wrestle each other? No, it just happened. Okay, well, they went in there, had a great match, and Hangman Page won with 2 buckshot lariats. That's it. Claudio just lost. What does Hangman get from that? I don't know. It's just a match, right? But again, no one cares about storylines. No one cares about building to a climax and making people want to spend tickets. They just want to put out matches. It's like exhibition mode in WWE No Mercy, or WWE Here Comes the Pain, or WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, 2007. What's that AEW game that nobody plays? 8-man tag, the first of two, in tribute to Brody King. We had the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland, Dustin Rhodes, Orange Cassidy, and Preston Vance, former member of the Dark Order of Preston Vance, taking on Lance Archer, and the Mogul Assembly, Bishop Khan, Brian Cage, and Toa Leona, or the Embassy, whatever you want to call it. But the match was, it was. Look, I'm not gonna criticize this match. I appreciate them for doing this match because it's a tribute to Brody King. Brodie Lee. Did I say Brody King? My bad. Oh, goodness gracious. Rest in peace, Brodie Lee. Oh my god. Did I actually say Brody King by accident? Luke Harper. Rest in peace, Brodie Lee. Sorry, I appreciate that. I'm so sorry. Oh god. See, I'm getting my names flustered now. Rest in peace, Brodie Lee, Luke Harper. I'm not going to criticize this match because it is a tribute to Brodie Lee. But it was fine. You know, it's nice seeing Adam Copeland. Yeah. Nothing else to really say. It was nice seeing Lance Archer get in there. Y'all give me your thoughts. I'm trying to find something else to say about it. It's just, I miss Brodie. Same thing with the 8 women's tag. And the 8 women's tag was Anna Jay, Kris Statlander, Thunder Rosa, and Willow, Nightingale, taking on Julia Hart, Skye Blue, and the Outcast, Ruby Soho, Rip Soho, and Saraya. Don't have much to say about the match. It was nice seeing Thunder Rosa. You know, it was nice seeing all the women. As a matter of fact, shit, Willow Nightingale doesn't get enough time on Dynamite. Julia Hart, Skye Blue, love what they're doing with them. I just wish they were involved in the storyline. And then the Outcasts are involved in the storyline with Cameron out there apparently having an HLA a thing with Saraya. No advancement with that storyline. Is that just a storyline for Rampage? Okay, whatever. But yeah, NAJ won her match. Vance. God damn it! What is his name? Preston Vance. I say it right the first time. Preston Vance, NAJ won their respective matches, paying homage to Brodie Lee. So good to see them doing their thing. But man, I just, you know, it is one of those things where it's like, this is really all you have for the women? Toni Storm doing a promo telling Mariah that she should have a chocolate. Here's a chocolate for your match last week. And that she's calling out her next challenger, which I'm assuming is going to be the submission specialist herself, Deonna Purrazzo, who's also having a match on Saturday against Red Velvet. I have to check that one out. You know, again, like all that was just literally 20 minutes. Because the match itself was what, maybe 12? 13? And then the promos were like 90 seconds. So the women literally only had less than 20 minutes. And I'm asking, can they have an extra 10 to make it 30 minutes? I'm not asking for you to take up the whole goddamn show with the women. No, I'm asking for an extra 10 minutes of television time so you can help showcase the women a little bit more. And I'm talking about not just on Rampage, but also on Collision. Go from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. It will be all the more better. I just saw that they signed Queen Aminata. Is it Aminata or Aminata? I think it's Aminata, right? She had that match with Mariah last week, and I thought she actually looked better than Mariah. She looked really good. So, good that she's in, but you're growing your women's roster, but they don't have enough TV time to showcase them all. And then you got Mercedes Moné getting ready to come in. Come on now. Ricky Starks took on Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara. Match was good. I'll give them that. The match was good. And it ended kind of abruptly with Sammy hitting a super kick and getting a roll-up pin. Alright. Afterwards, Big Bill come out. He ran out to attack Sammy. And then here comes Jericho. Chris Jericho comes out and his music is playing through the entire brawl. You want to know why it's playing through the brawl? Because they're trying to drown out all the boos. They're trying to drown out the boos by playing Chris Jericho's music when he comes out and fights. Okay. Look, if we're going to these lengths to stop Chris Jericho from getting booed, that should tell you this is a situation that needs to be addressed. Everyone thinks he came on to Kylie Ray some time ago, 5 years ago, when AEW first got created during one of their shows. Did he do it or not? If he didn't do it, then come on and say he didn't do it. Call Kylie Ray, have her come up, have her say what she needs to say, and clear the air. Now, if he did do it, suspend him, fine him, have him go away for a little bit, bring him back so we can move the hell on. Because the more you avoid it, and the more you ignore it, it's just going to hurt Chris Jericho more over time. Did he do it or did he not do it? If he didn't do it, then come on and say he didn't do it. Do your investigation, find out what happened, and then move on. But if you're going to go to this lengths, if you're going to these lengths to make sure that he can have the perception that he's not hated, it's all going to backfire on you in the future. I mean, a story just dropped. I love this. A story just dropped of MVP and Chris Jericho getting into a fight on one of Jericho's cruises. I think this one was before the pandemic in 2020. And MVP knocked his ass out. Kapow! Knocked his ass out. Hilarious. Don't really want to go any further into that, but it's like Chris Jericho just keeps getting more and more piled on. So the last thing we need is for him to be seen as a creep hitting on women. So address it and move on from it. That's all I'm going to say. Your AEW World Champion Samoa Joe makes his appearance. The crowd loves him, looking so goddamn sweet in that suit. Lets people know that he's here for the smoke. Samoa Joe says that things are going to change around here. What he's looking for is a fight. No more whining out here on the microphone or making hoe-ass comments on social media. You bring your record and representation and submit it to the championship committee and hope to get a pass to get stomped out in front of everyone who's ever cheered for you. And first up is Swerve. Whose house? Strickland. Comes out big pop. Let's Joe know I want a shot at your title. And next up, here comes Hangman Page, as we all suspected. Gets in Joe's face. Lets him know I want a piece of it. I want a piece of it. Gets in Swerve's face. Lets him know I want a piece of it. And then they both walk out. And then before the segment can end, here comes Hook. Hook gets a big pop, gets in Samoa Joe's face and says 1 week. And then walks out. Now, I don't know about you, but I like this main event scene. I like the idea that we're going to be getting Samoa Joe versus Hangman Page, Samoa Joe versus Swerve Strickland, a triple threat match, probably at Revolution, and then, of course, Hook versus Joe next week. You're giving some direction for Samoa Joe, which is what I like. Something to look forward to. Now, I just kind of hope that Tony will take the time to do the same thing for the women's division, the tag team division, and everything else. I'm seeing you can do it. Why isn't everyone else getting this amount of attention? So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Joe, Swerve, and Hangman Page. Roderick Strong took on Brian Keith. Once again, I think Brian Keith is a great wrestler. I'm not into his gimmick, whatever the hell it is, like a dark Undertaker cowboy kind of thing. Okay. Roderick Strong whipped his ass and pinned him with the end of Heartache. And then afterwards, Adam Cole, baby, in the Undisputed Kingdom get inside the ring. Cole says when he said this place was going to change, he meant it. And so many people are concerned about the fans' respect. And they don't care about any of that. Roderick Strong, a 20-year veteran, one of the most physical, most incredible, and pound for pound, bell to bell, greatest wrestlers alive today, and hopefully the next international champion. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, not just the greatest ROH World Tag Team champs, but they even got their eyes set on the AEW tag. Wait, did they say that? No, they didn't! God damn it! Why is the AEW tag team titles not getting focus? We'll talk about the ROH tag team titles, but what about the AEW tag team titles? Wardlow. Once again, the goddamn background for another group. First it was MJF, then it was the Pinnacle, now it's the Undisputed Kingdom. Something tells me Wardlow is on his way out, because it's like, if I get put in one more group and made the Muscle. Because that's all Tony sees of him. He just sees him as the Muscle. Wardlow is never going to be someone that Tony sees as the guy. He's a muscle. Main event was great. Darby Allin and Sting took on the Don Callis family. Konosuke Takeshita and Powerhouse Hobbs. Jim Ross is on commentary. Jim Ross sounded all kinds of motivated. You love to see it. The Nature Boy. Woo! Ric Flair was out there, got inside the ring, did a chop, and then another chop. The Powerhouse Hobbs did an eye poke. Boop! Great spot. They brawled all over the place. This was a tornado tag, if I'm not mistaken. Falls Count Anywhere match. Tornado tag, falls count anywhere. I guess. It was a car crash. Darby Allin is a sicko, taking these bumps, getting flung all over the place, and getting German suplex on the outside because he's a fucking lunatic, but he's amazing because he's a lunatic. And Sting did a scorpion death drop through some tables off the ramp. Yep, this match was awesome. I'm not going to hate on it. Sting and Darby win. This was Sting's final match in Jacksonville, Florida, in front of the Daily's Place fans. And so afterwards, Tony Schiavone comes out and asks, who is going to be your opponent? Who is going to be your opponent for AEW Revolution? And then before Sting can answer, out walk the Young Bucks. Dom, 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 da-dom. Dom, 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 da-dom. Super kick party! New looks, and they white suits, looking like a bunch of hillbilly wannabe Backstreet Boys. And they basically, without saying it, said, we gonna challenge Sting in his final match. And people on social media don't like it. Now, me personally, if I was booking Sting's last match, and I'm not, the final match would be Sting versus Darby Allin. That, to me, is worthy of being Sting's final match. Sting loses to Darby Allin, puts him over. Because I don't think he's lost a single match since he's been here. He's been undefeated. His first loss, his only loss in AEW should be to Darby Allin. That feels right. Before he retires, he puts over Darby Allin. Now, we could probably still do that. But it's looking like it's going to be a tag match, Darby Allin and Sting versus the Young Bucks. Now, look, I'm not going to complain one bit if Sting's final match is a 5-star match with the Young Bucks. It'll be a 5-star match in Dave Meltzer's book by default because it's Sting's last match. And he gets to go out with Darby by his side. He doesn't have to lose. He can just put over Darby in a win. And then that's it. I did see that we are at 15,000 tickets sold for the big event in Greensboro. They can pack out that entire arena. I would just open it up. Let's get an 18, 20,000 count in there. Screw it. We can get 20,000. We can do 20,000 for Revolution for Sting. Let's go. Let's go, man. He deserves it. I just feel like for me, it is one of those things where, are we sure we want Sting's final match to be a tag match and not a singles match? I would prefer it be a singles match against Darby Allin. Or at least someone of his caliber. See, I would say Chris Jericho, but maybe not right now. I don't know about Chris Jericho. So, we'll see. It might be a tag match with the Young Bucks. And if it is, you know what? Fine. Okay. It's like, all right, I'm not complaining about it, but we'll find out. We'll find out where things sit. I think that's it, right? Did I miss anything? Oh, that's Dynamite for you. Thank you guys for watching. Let's go ahead and get what the live chat, see what the live chat's saying. How y'all feeling? Now, what was the reaction to my rant earlier? What was y'all saying? What was y'all saying about my rant? Let me go up here and read these comments. Let me see. Tony needs some help with the AEW booking, or the booking of AEW. I agree, Christopher Carter. Hook vs. Joe is looking like Maven versus Jericho on Raw when he was the Undisputed Champion. I remember that match. That's exactly what this feels like. You know when someone is a tribalist because this dude, Jobber Nation, tweeted out that tribalism is what makes this app great unless you make things personal. The thing is, people do make it personal. Of course they make it personal. They always do. Nate Klein says, I feel that Batista promo in 2014 was accurate. What the hell happened to this business? Carlos Naphtali. Dude, you've lost it. Oh, here we go. Here they are, guys. We got the trolls. Where's the story? Since when was AEW supposed to be this big storytelling company? I'm sorry. So now that AEW is the alternative, it can't do the bare minimum, the basics, to get people to care about their shows. And I love that he said this. We were stoked about AEW because they were going to have less campy stories and more sports-like. We were stoked about AEW because it was going to do things the right way and give the fans what they want, something that WWE was not doing. AEW was coasting by off the fact that WWE had Vince McMahon deliberately screwing over and telling the fans to screw off. But now that Vince is gone and Triple H is now giving the fans what they want, AEW now has to step up their game to compete with him. That's what we need right now. I'm so sick and tired. I'm so sick and tired of these people trying to paint me as the bad guy by simply saying, hey, can we get more people? And I apologize for the trolls, guys. We have another troll. We got all these trolls here. I don't know where they're coming from. They are out tonight, though. I appreciate you guys for taking care of them. Now, this one I don't see. So here's what I don't understand. How is this one showing up in the chat? I can't even see him. I can't even see the troll. How did these trolls get? How did these trolls are able to do this, and I can't really see them in the live chat? Y'all be over here trying to give people a hard time. Oh, he's in all messages. Okay, let me see something real quick. Yeah, how do we get to all messages, guys? That's interesting. There we go. Okay, so that's what we're doing now, guys. Yeah, thanks for getting that one. That was weird. They really do be trying to get... They really do be getting in here. And they still be trolling. Thank you for that. Hey, moderators, from now on, be on all messages. They're getting in this live chat, man. They really... This is sad. They really be using this live chat to be assholes, y'all. I appreciate it, Big MGM. You the man. You the man, bro. I appreciate you. Oh, man. Nah, he didn't make me miss all the goddamn earlier comments because he was spamming the live chat. Yeah, guys, competition is what makes everything better. I agree, Black Wing Gaming. Shadowstar, not only sad but scary. Oh, it's kind of frightening. Like, really frightening. Mike Pringle. Mr. Mike Pringle says, you are a very balanced wrestling fan and what you said had to be said. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. Haters gonna hate. Shaw Israel, you ain't lying. What's up, Miss Lauren Biggs? Yeah, I had to kick some troll's ass on my tag partner's mod squad. Well, maybe you might have to start kicking some people's asses over here, Miss Lauren Biggs. Negan Slayer, the trolls only in all messages. Yeah, well, thanks. I appreciate that. Alright, guys, you know what? If you want to continue, if you would like to continue, I got that troll right there. They really, how do they still be getting in here? Do they just be creating multiple accounts to do this? That's kind of sad. Yeah, if you want to continue the conversation, guys, take it over to the Discord. The Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Take it over there. Join the mod squad. And you can continue the conversation there, but I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I will see you again on Friday night for SmackDown. Love you all. Thank you for making me a part of your day. As always, do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. Also, TikTok, Discord, all that's down below in the description box. The link to it, the link to everything is down below. Alright, thank y'all. I hope you understand how I feel. I'm not someone that wants to start fights. I'm not here to start drama. I really just want to enjoy wrestling. That's it. I appreciate you. And always know, you are welcomed right here in Alex's World. The place it is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. When you're when you're